Smart24, driving business.
Well, good morning, good day, good morning Friday. It is already showering in Kampala. The drizzles are out. But of course, it is a Friday where you get to realize that nevertheless, business has to be driven. How are you doing? Hope you're fine. Because as for us here at Smart24 TV, we are doing all correct. And it's something that you should be very, very vigilant about, that when we drive your business, we decide that we need to give you all that information that matters most in every little detail that you do. Welcome on board to Smart Means Business. Welcome on board to the show that kickstarts off your day, a show that is running from Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. with the news recap, rushing into the hour of 7, where we kick it off with news updates that is rotating around business. Lots of discussions, of course, but of course, as you get to realize, the week is coming to an end, and that is for you to at least get back onto the drawing board to understand, have you been doing the necessary things to drive you forward or drive your business forward. Now, one thing you can think of today, this particular morning, can be investment, and investment can actually go wide. With the change in the world and of course the different transitions, you can easily invest today with the comfort of your phone by simply using the USSD code *292#. That is for the Zabu platform. Remember, with the platform, you can grow your investments every single day that passes by. *292#. Register with your national identification number. Quickly kickstart off your investment journey with Zabu. Zabu, my money, my future. Altex East Africa says do something new. Well, and as we continue to say do something new, these markets open at 8:15 a.m. and closing time is 3:15 p.m. East African Standard Time. Please note that these markets are only closed during the weekends and of course during the public holidays. That's why I was reminding you to invest today. Okay, we've got 4 minutes off the hour of 7 o'clock, and we're just getting started with giving you business information as it's supposed to be. It is Friday, and of course the 17th of March 2023, the month of March coming surely to an end in only 1 week's time. But however, you can easily see that the business community has been struggling a little bit due to the fact that some of those who do outdoor businesses may be affected by the continuous rains that have been plowing through the month of March. Of course, now we're getting into our first business update of the morning, as this one is rotating around the Silver Awards in the advertising industry. Advertising does match up together with marketing because the two always bring every little detail together. Now, the idea is always to make sure that a product or a service is reaching the different customers who are going to benefit from it, or who will pay or buy the service or buy the product or good. Now, this particular one is basically the Silver Awards. We're targeting the advertising industry, and the aim is to as well recognize and build confidence for those who come up with these different innovative ideas to attract masses through advertisement into a technique of marketing. And of course, this is also to rate the sector regionally as digital agencies continue to grow in the sector. Now, our morning update this time around, in the update we do have Frank Muthusi, who's the chairman Uganda Advertising Association, and David Balikodembe, who's the Uganda Marketeer Society president, giving us details coming in from our update 1 this morning.
When you're doing advertising and you don't do targeting really well, then advertising could be a waste of your money. Now, when you're doing advertising, there are several techniques used to make sure that your money is not a waste. For example, a brand like, I don't know. So you need to first make sure that you know that your target audience, you understand your target audience. You need to know the media consumption behaviors of your target audience. Are they watching TV, and at what time are they watching TV? Are they mostly listening to radio? And at what time are they listening to radio? Are they on internet? Are they on social media? Are they on Facebook? Are they on TikTok and stuff like that? Now, once you've understood the behavior of your target market, then any investment you do it with that at hindsight. So it becomes an investment and not just losing money. If you advertise without doing proper targeting and understanding your target market, then that money is wasted. But if you target well, if you understand your target audience and how they consume the media, then that is an investment. That will create more demand for your product or for your service. So that's a nutshell on why advertising is an investment.
Look at the players in the region. Admittedly, Kenya is quite ahead of the rest of the pack because, and why do I say that? Because when you look at the professional body, for example, it's been around much longer. It has a bigger membership. They have made quite some strides. They are coming, they are sending a bill of parliament, an act of parliament soon. They have a vibrant academy where they produce their own graduates, different courses, and it is almost at a regulatory level where they have powers to reward and punish in terms of professional conduct. But I would confidently say that we come a strong number two. Of course, we cannot be able to compete on the size of the budgets that marketers have access to and the size of the market. But we come in a strong number two because we have a vibrant professional body. We have a formal affiliation to the Chartered Institute of Marketing, which is the world's largest professional body for marketers. We are members of the Africa Marketing Confederation. So that gives credibility and believability in the society, which helps because as a mandate of the Marketers Society to push professionalism and marketing standards and ethical practice in the industry. It means that our members strive to maintain a minimum level of standards in practice. So the other players, Rwanda and Tanzania, are a bit lagging because first of all they have not come to associate under one body. So it's individual marketers thriving on their own here and there. So yeah, that would be my rough rating looking at the region.
The last 12 years, we've seen an expansion of advertising. Now, just looking at it, we realize, or we've seen that many people are setting up agencies. Within UAA, I think right now we have like 21 members, but in Uganda we have over 300 agencies, both big and small. Now, back in the day when we started, it was predominantly, the agencies were more predominantly between TV, radio and stuff like that. But the amount of digital agencies that have grown, that have come up, there are many. Why? Because not everybody can be on TV, not everybody can be on radio. Yeah? Now we are having more experts in the digital realm and stuff like that. Now, why are we doing this Silverback Awards, or where are we seeing the gap? The gap is number one on training. Now, there is no advertising school in Uganda. It's not there. I think the only school that comes close to training people is Artfield, but they teach people, graphic design and stuff like that. Maybe UMI and now data mines, but that's more towards marketing. Now, within UAA, we've started doing, say, monthly, webinars. We are now starting to do frequent trainings, and we're bringing experts from South Africa, from Kenya, and stuff like that, and even people who've done this job in Uganda for some time. Now, why the awards? Now, one thing we realized is Ugandans, or we are shy. We are shy. We do amazing work, but we don't show it. Okay? We go for conferences in Kenya and we see them, shouting and we are shy. So for us, these awards are serving like 3-4 purposes. Number one, it's a silverback. A silverback is domineering. Like, your work has to stand out. And if it stands out, come show it. And we give you that accolade. Now, when you start winning those accolades, you will be now confident to be able to compete with Kenyan agencies, with South African agencies. So number one, the awards are there just to build confidence. Okay? Number two, the awards are there to give people experience and exposure. Okay, how do you enter awards? How do you package your stuff? But that mostly number three, which is like I find very exciting, is we're also identifying talent when they're really young, and we're grooming them, and we're exposing them beyond Uganda. So like the guys who won the Silverback Awards last year, in July this year, we're taking them to Cannes Lions in France this year. Now imagine this time around we're going to go 6 people. Next year I'm hoping we can go 12 people, 13 people. With time we'll wake up like this and our people are exposed and we're doing great things.
All right, of course, when you look at the fact that marketing agencies are now growing, or you could definitely look at the fact that most of them are growing every day and every year. It is just like the new trend in town right now, people using marketing agencies to advertise. Most of them are now using these agencies to seek for at least a lot more to do with what you could say. If, for example, we are to take you into situations where television stations or radio stations that advertise for different firms and companies, most of them end up using these particular marketing agencies because they provide or they give room to at least a wide scale of marketing. Because these are digital, they are more driven digitally. They look out for example, social media. They will advertise for you on websites, radios, television. So it is wide, it is everywhere you can easily think of. And obviously for most of the people who are out there wondering what really happens at the end of the day or at the end of it all, it is more ideally about what is supposed to be done at the end of the day, especially when you're trying to market, is that now the change is actually coming through, because as the world is turning to the digital space, there's a lot of things that we need to think of as any person. If you're a marketer, for example, there are lots of things that you need to think of. You need to come through for yourself. You need to ideally consider lots of things. For example, let's say, because these days marketing is all about looking at the KPIs and then focusing on the return to investment. I think this is one of the reasons as to why the digital agencies are actually growing in the sector. And the Silver Awards is basically looking at the advertising industry. Lately, advertisement is now going to these agencies. And I will tell you, most of the agencies are now having people who have been marketeers for media platforms or even media personalities who are already in there into this marketing to do PR, lots of things related to that. And it's an increase, and the sector is generally growing with the last few years. If you to take a look back at the last 10 years, you will clearly know that this sector is growing. Of course, the trends to follow up, everybody has to follow up and get into every little thing that people have to understand. But of course, that aside, we're now heading into our press review to see what media, or what print media rather, has got to report in regards to the business stories. Okay, now with what is coming in from the press review, you get to realize that the Parish Development Model Fund is actually giving you more of the vibes and situations coming up.